My name's Tommo and I'm redesigning all 11 of the 2026 Formula 1 car liveries. But before that, let's take a look at the real thing, give my thoughts and feelings, and of course let me know yours down in the comments below. This is redesign 4 of 11. It's Audi time, the big launch event in Berlin with the longest stairs in the world. The German marquee's first furore ever into Formula 1. Let's talk about it. So it turns out that concept livery they dropped, what, a couple of months ago, wasn't it? Is basically the livery. It's literally the livery without sponsors, which, look, slightly unpopular. I kind of like it. It's very clean, it's very minimal, it's very different, and that's what Audi want. They don't want a livery that just blends in with the rest. They want something a bit more premium as well, and I think this does that. They've embraced the silver that, if anything, Mercedes have moved away from in recent years. They've got the black at the back and they've got that bright, I mean, it's kind of orange, isn't it, really? Not papaya, McLaren, not papaya, don't worry, but it is a very reddy orange that they're dealing with here. And it's a colour that isn't on the grid. Yes, it's close to Ferrari red and McLaren papaya, but it isn't either of them. It looks distinctive and I really like it. I do. Look, if anything, my qualm more with this livery is the sponsors. Some of them are a bit odd. Like, for example, the Revolut. I don't have a problem with that on the side pod at all, but then the big R on the nose. Like, Revolut doesn't have that brand legibility yet to be getting away with just putting one letter. That icon doesn't really communicate anything. Also, I'm kind of a bit disappointed with the number of sponsors. I don't know. I feel like, yeah, your Red Bulls, your McLarens, your Aston Martins have set a very high bar, a high standard of quantity of sponsors. And obviously Audi coming in, they're bankrolling this team. They've got a bunch of Qatari investment. You've got Visit Qatar present on the car as well. Revolut are paying for title sponsorship as well. I was just expecting a bit more, but then again, fewer sponsors does mean a cleaner livery. Or apart from the BP, which is green and yellow, which just... No, I know that's what BP want. I know that's what all sponsors want. They want their own colour. But my goodness, that's just so annoyingly glaring to me. That needs to be whited out, and that's exactly what I've done in my redesign. Look, again, other than that, it is identical, absolutely identical to the concept livery. They've not even come out with a reimagined car model at all, like Red Bull did in the renders, like VCarb did in their renders. Even Haas, it wasn't identical to the Memento show car, but this one is. So the actual thing's going to look quite different to this. Although I say that, have you seen the shots of the Racing Bulls driving around Imola? Looks totally different. A mad airbox. I kind of love it. But anyway, yes, Audi, it's what we already know. It's clean, it's simple. I like it, but I don't like it more than the 3 previous liveries. So this is not a bad livery. I do rate this, but it is going P4 of 4 in my list so far. So then, time to put my money where my mouth is. Can I make this any better? Well, here is my redesign of the 2026 Audi Formula 1 car. Spiritually similar in terms of the colour blocking, but I've done it a bit differently, haven't I? So, the fundamental design revolves around the strips of that bright orange, neon orange, running through the car, as well as some boxed out black bits, boxed out front wing and rear wing in all black with the bright orange sponsor logos on them. That colour is so strong and so bright, you don't need too much of it. It carries enough as far as I'm concerned. Right, let's start with the side profile. Bang side on. You can see those lines lining up in the front section and the rear quarter as well. Broadly speaking, the sponsors are in the same place. Revolut has moved up, and I've basically kept that side pod completely clear because I just think it's quite clean. I actually like it like that. I tried Revolut on the side pod. I preferred it up top. I've also moved Visit Qatar from the front wing end plates to a pretty prominent position on the back of the rear of the car. Castrol's in a similar position, but then BP has been moved, and I've actually blacked that out. Castrol BP, that is connected. BP do the fuels, Castrol do the lubricants, so it makes sense for them two to sit together. A little barred out Audi on the side pod is all that's needed. I've tried something a bit funny, fancy with the wheel covers as well, with the Audi logo just kind of dotted around it. I think it looks alright. It kind of looks like an old telephone cable that was twisted up. I mean, you probably won't even know what a telephone cable is. That's me exposing my unk status right there. Right, rear wing, side part of the rear wing. In fact, the whole rear wing, I think I've smashed it actually. We've got Revolut on the bright orange on the back, and then on the side we've got the Audi Revolut F1 team lockup, and then 3 stripes because Adidas, of course, sponsor the team, produce the team kit, and I think that's a clever, subtle ode to Adidas on the car that I think works with the fundamental boxy, stripy design I've got going on. Come to the front wing, and again a little Adidas logo on the side of the front wing, and then the rings on the main front wing plates. On the real car, it's got the Revolut logo, which I don't love. Like, it's kind of curved and I don't know, it looks a bit weird. It is, of course, on the show car, so on the real thing it looked different, but I've made up for it for putting Revolut more prominent on the nose. None of that nonsense, right? That just for me doesn't work. Same sponsors, just a bit more evenly spaced out and a bit more proportional size wise, and a black Audi rings with a orange surround on it. Looks smart. Number 5 for Gabriele Bortoleto in this kind of font that I just thought was good, basically. And then we come to the big orange strip that runs through the car, and a bunch of logos here. TOMMO'S, they've been on the Sauber for years as a sponsor, and they're back again. Revolut Audi rings on the rear view mirrors, and then as always plenty of sponsors adorning the halo, including Gillette, which, I mean, if you want to sponsor Gillette, I do need a shave, although not clean shaven. Jesus Christ, you do not need to see that. But yeah, there we have it. I think it's pretty smart. I quite like this. I think I like the real thing. I think this is also nice. But it doesn't matter what I think. What do you think? Pinned comment down below. Original or redesign? Which do you prefer? Let me know all your thoughts and feelings in the comments below. Hopefully I'm redeeming myself from the absolute Red Bull shambles that I delivered first and foremost. Next up, we have Mercedes, who will be keen to re-establish their dominance in this sport as the premier German automaker, especially with Audi coming in now. So very interesting to see what they cook up. Thank you for watching to the end, by the way, as well. Watch time is what us YouTubers need absolutely desperately. My name's Tomo. Thanks again. Have a good one. Ta-da.